Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've made this type of video. I've been going live a lot lately. I've been posting shorts and just stuff on community tab and other kind of content. So this is where I really started with YouTube, sharing videos, sharing survivor stories and giving my opinion. And I'm back, but just a little bit differently. Today is not going to be a video. It is going to be an article. If you did not know, January is National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month, and so I'm trying to come to you with a story about a survivor. Her name is Evelyn. I want to make sure I'm saying the last name right. Evelyn Chumbo or Chumbo. She is a modern day human trafficking survivor. This story is from last summer of 2024. I just want to share more stories of survivors. So she basically became a human trafficking victim when she was about 8 or 9 years old. It looks like she's from Cameroon, in Africa, and she was living with her parents at first, and then her parents separated, and for some reason she ended up living with her uncle, and her uncle basically just sold her off to some woman to basically take her to the U.S. to become a domestic servant, basically a slave. So she said she wants to be clear that she knows that when most people hear of human trafficking, they think of sex trafficking, but she was not sex trafficked. She was just a person who had to be, like this, the housekeeper, the free housekeeper, cleaning and all that other stuff that she had to do. So I'm glad that she was not sex trafficked, even though being a domestic servant as a slave is horrible as well. But I'm really glad she was not sexually violated, because that would just, both things happening at the same time would have been really bad. It's bad enough what happened to her, but just imagining her losing her youth, and possibly becoming pregnant or something like that at a young age. So I'm just glad that she was able to escape that part of it. But it doesn't mean she didn't have it doesn't mean that being a domestic servant, was easier. It's just that it's just a whole different kind of thing. So yeah, she finally was able to get out of it because I guess her brother had came home from college and he asked about where she was, and he went looking for her, but by the time he found her, she was already in foster care, and he wasn't able to get her back because he was new to the U.S. and he was not able to get her. So she ended up finally getting out at 21 years old, and then she finally went to go live with him. So I'm just happy that she was able to get out of that life and share her story. When before she came to the U.S., she didn't know the U.S. was anything bad. Like, in her mind, it was just the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Whatever she saw on TV, she thought that was how the U.S. was. But she found out being a slave, that is completely different. And so what happened to her tainted her vision of the U.S. She thought the U.S. was this wonderful place and nothing bad could happen, and she ended up being trafficked. So it's just very unfortunate, being being trafficked into laboring for other people at such a young age. But yeah, she wants people to know, so much information about survivors. She wants law enforcement agencies to, just be more sensitive. There's things that you should look out for. And she wants the banks to, forgive people who are victims of human trafficking, because a lot of times their identity, was stolen, and, their credit is messed up. So it's hard for them to find housing and all kind of things. So that can really put them in a bad situation. So I'm hoping that does, I hope more things happen for banks to be more educated on human trafficking. She wants law enforcement to just basically believe people. Not everyone is trying to come to the U.S. and just, lie their way. And she said that somebody like in the law enforcement agency thought she was lying about being human trafficked. And that's really sad when you're like a survivor of something so tragic, and then they don't believe you because they think you're trying to get like a free pass into the U.S. when she was a victim. It's really sad. So I really hope that more education is done in the law enforcement field, police officers and whoever else needs to know about what's the signs of human trafficking. Not everyone is a criminal, and it's just a lot more needs to be done. She spoke so much about it in her interview. I am going to leave the full article in this video description, and you can see that I am showing it. I'm scrolling through, so you can always pause at any point. If I'm talking too fast, I'm not going to be reading, as you can see, I'm not reading the article in full detail. But I just want to share and highlight a human trafficking survivor. She's been going around and speaking to large groups of people about, human trafficking, just educating people. She even, was asked by President Obama to speak. So she has been doing her thing, and I'm really proud of her. I'm glad that she is making it her life mission to help others, and share her story. And by her sharing her story, she's helping others. So if you guys are a survivor of human trafficking or you're a victim, I will leave all the information that I can find in the description. I hope you make your way out. I hope you get the mental health support that you need, because going through human trafficking is something that is not normal, and it should not be normalized. And you did nothing wrong. You're just trying to survive, and you are a survivor. Please continue to support my channel. I really appreciate y'all, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Again, please check my video description. I will always leave resources and links, whatever I can find, in the description to help someone who is a survivor. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see y'all soon. Thank you so much for your support.